Baba Vanga's prophecy for 2025 about a mysterious virus more frightening than COVID emerging in Congo. Africa. Baba Vanga's prophecy in 2025 about a virus more frightening than COVID emerging in Africa. Dear friends, a new disease outbreak has arisen. A virus originating from Africa is considered even more terrifying than COVID-19. 5 years ago, the blind prophet Baba Vanga, who also predicted the economic crisis of 2025, warned about another devastating catastrophe, a deadly pandemic. Shockingly, this coincides with recent reports of a strange disease in the Democratic Republic of Congo with a death rate far higher than COVID-19. Particularly among children, this disease has made many people shudder with fear. Baba Vanga foresaw a pandemic that would devastate humanity. The Almighty showed her a deadly disease more terrifying than COVID that would sweep across the globe. This virus, according to her vision, had an exceptionally high mortality rate. She foresaw white tents erected in parking lots of major supermarkets, filled with patients. This horrifying pandemic, she predicted, would claim 350 million lives worldwide. So, has this disaster begun? In a recent announcement by the World Health Organization, WHO, the Democratic Republic of Congo, located 10.271 kilometers from Vietnam, has become a hotspot. Yet, this distance feels negligible if the disease spreads widely. WHO has recorded over 400,000 infections and 31,000 deaths, translating to a 7.6% mortality rate. In comparison, COVID-19's estimated mortality rate was only about 1%. Alarmingly, the primary victims are children, especially those suffering from malnutrition. Most cases and fatalities in Congo involve children, particularly those under the age of 5. Severe malnutrition is a common factor among the young victims. Although the outbreak seemed to peak in early November, WHO warned of further surges. The mysterious flu-like disease has killed 143 people in southwestern Congo. As cases continue to rise, WHO has launched an investigation. A medical team has been dispatched to the Panzi Health Zone to collect samples and identify the disease. However, the situation remains dire as infections escalate rapidly. Rural healthcare facilities are struggling to provide necessary medicines. Many patients have died at home due to the lack of timely treatment. Local epidemiologists report that women and children are the most affected groups. WHO's spokesperson confirmed receiving alerts about this disease last week and is working with Congo's health ministry to investigate. With rising infections and fatalities, medical experts hope to quickly identify the disease's cause to implement timely interventions and curb its spread. Baba Vanga, in her lifetime, spoke of a nightmare vision where she saw long queues outside supermarkets, with people scrambling to buy supplies. She interpreted this as a warning of an impending pandemic. However, she was unsure of the exact timeline. In her vision, she saw U.S. President Donald Trump issuing emergency orders in response to the disease, shutting national borders, halting international flights, and even suspending domestic flights. When asked about the origin of the virus, Vanga pointed to the driest place on Earth, Africa. The disease, she said, would spread globally, aligning with the predictions of French seer Nostradamus. Nostradamus, a renowned 16th-century astrologer and prophet, predicted that Europe in 2025 would become the epicenter of wars and chaos. He warned of an ancient plague re-emerging, bringing consequences more devastating than war itself. The mysterious disease now unfolding in Congo, which has claimed at least 31 lives, is raising global concern due to its high mortality rate. This enigmatic outbreak, emerging in the Democratic Republic of Congo since late October, has infected hundreds and killed at least 31 people, primarily children under the age of 5. Medical experts remain unable to pinpoint the exact cause of the illness, sparking fears of a potential threat comparable to the COVID-19 pandemic. Common symptoms include fever, body aches, cough, and runny nose. All the child fatalities were severely malnourished. Despite signs that the outbreak peaked in early November, new cases continue to mount, straining an already weak healthcare system. In 2018, WHO coined the term, Disease X, to describe the potential risk of a global pandemic from an unknown pathogen. In this outbreak, 10 samples have tested positive for diseases already known to science. But investigations continue. WHO Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus cautioned that multiple causes could exist. And further testing is ongoing. Congo faces additional challenges. Since 1996, prolonged conflicts in the region have claimed over 6 million lives. These conflicts exacerbate food shortages, making malnutrition and poor vaccination rates prevalent, particularly among children. This leaves them vulnerable to diseases like measles and malaria. The lack of healthcare infrastructure hampers efforts to address outbreaks, leaving many untreated. Amid this flu-like outbreak in southern Congo, some countries are tightening airport screening measures. For example, Italy has heightened vigilance at ports and airports. Hong Kong has implemented stricter controls on flights from Africa. Similarly, Japan and Thailand have advised citizens to avoid affected areas. Baba Vanga urged people to pray for relief from the pandemic. She suggested that humanity should purify its soul, practice inner peace, and earnestly worship the divine to withstand such calamities. In her visions, Baba Vanga saw ominous changes in China, hinting at significant political shifts and the end of its current governance. She mentioned 2025 as the beginning of these transformations, accompanied by major upheavals and world-changing events. Baba Vanga also prophesied that Donald Trump, during his presidency, would face challenges that could lead to chaos in the United States. She stated that after his term, the U.S. would enter a period of turmoil, with factions dividing the nation akin to a civil war. Baba Vanga described Trump as follows: he would step into the position of president. Yet his tenure would be marked by significant division among the populace. She indicated that the 45th and 47th president, Donald Trump, would struggle to gain widespread public support and might face assassination threats near the end of his term. During his presidency, Trump would make perplexing decisions, causing conflicts with major global powers. This prophecy seems to resonate with the unpredictable nature of global politics during his administration. Despite his tenure, Baba Vanga emphasized that his leadership might not bring the unity or prosperity the U.S. sought. Instead, she foresaw a turbulent era for the nation, with domestic conflicts escalating into chaos.